Hi, thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. I'm Laura Wilson, and I teach you ways to modify yoga poses to accommodate your body so everybody can find a way to make this work for them. Today is a total tutorial exclusively on how to use a strap for some common yoga poses that we do, a way to make things more accommodating using the strap. So you will need a strap. You can use a belt, you could even use a towel, anything that you can hold on to help enhance your workout today. While you're getting ready, just a reminder, please ask your friends, family to check out my channel and give it a look. Also give this video a like and let me know in the comments if there was a particular pose that we did today that was so much better for you for using a strap. Let me know which pose that was. So we're just going to go straight through some different poses that we can use our strap for. This isn't a regular workout, but I will be having this stuff in some of my other videos. So the first thing we're going to look at is our chest expansion, which is something we do standing. We can open up right here. Now, ordinarily, we might take this to clasping our hands and really opening up. But some days, that's just not going to work. So we can use our strap. We can take it back, hold on to it, and find that chest opening. Now, as we go throughout that particular day, we might find that we can go in a little further, or we might find that we want to go out a little further. So these are some ways you can intensify this stretch to your chest using a strap. So the next standing pose we're going to look at is a balancing pose. This one really helps out with our balancing poses. And we're going to look at our dancer pose. So for this one, what we want to do is place the strap just underneath where the ball of our foot is, and then hold on to it in the same side hand. Get near a wall, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up and we're just going to let this strap come to our ankle as we turn our palm out. And then we can adjust this as we need to. We can come around and find our dancer here. Sometimes, if you're really advanced, you can even go back, hold on with both hands and really make that bigger. Or you can work on walking your hand further down the strap, finding a bigger opening in dancer pose. And then just kind of release. So again, just to make sure you got it right and don't fall, put this just underneath where the ball of your foot is. Hold on to it with the same side hand. Roll the arm out. As you come around, let it come to your ankle, and then over the shoulder, adjusting it any way you want to. And then you can always just let it go as well. Just make sure you don't trip on it. So we're going to do another balance pose called standing hand to big toe. Now, it's called that because you take your hand to your big toe and stretch out, but some people cannot reach their foot. And you're not going to get as much intensity of stretch out of this if you're just holding your leg, which is how I often teach it, because people don't have the flexibility to hold their big toe or a strap handy. But if you have a strap, you can buy these just about anywhere these days. Again, you're going to place this on the arch of your foot, holding on to it with the same side hand. And we'll start by taking it straight out. And you may find that you can slide your hand up closer to your foot. You can always back off as you need to, especially if we take it out to the side. You can back off a little bit. And this allows you a little more stability in the pose as well, because you're pulling on your foot, pushing with your foot, and that gives you some dynamic tension. So let's bring this back to the front, and just as a bonus, we can reach down, hold this with the opposite hand, and twist it. Maybe. And then we can just let it go. Woo! So we're going to move to some poses on the floor now. So go ahead and get to the floor any way that you want to. And this first one is one of our favorites, but it's also an awesome one to do with a strap. This is cow face, and this is the one where we reach around behind us. And I've only known a couple of people, and believe it or not, one of them was 94 years old, who could clasp their hands like this behind them. I can do it on one side and not the other, and that's totally normal too, to get your fingertips to touch on one side and not the other. And a lot of it depends on any injuries that you may have had to your shoulder, how tight they are, how flexible they are from whether you've been using them or not, or arthritis. So strap is great for this. I'm going to turn around so you can see a little better. And we'll do both sides so that we get some balance. So for this one, we will take the strap, hold it in one hand over our back. And then we're going to reach around with the other hand and take hold of it. And we can sit up tall here. And as we get deeper into this, we can walk our hands closer together. So as you sit and hold, maybe you can get your hands closer together. But this is a good way to add some intensity, enhance your stretching in this pose, especially if you're working towards that goal of getting your fingers to meet. So let's take this to the other side. So we'll hold it in one hand over our back, reach around, take hold of it. And again, we can work on getting our hands closer to each other, perhaps, maybe not. Listen to your own body about how deep you want to go in this. And let's release from that. So another one, and I'll stay kind of at this angle for this one, is half Lord of the Fishes stretch, or twist. And let's make sure I get this on the right side. Okay, I think this is right. So one thing that we can do, if you want to add the bind to this twist, you don't have to. We do it with our legs like this, and then we can just twist here. But you can add a bind where you reach this hand around behind you. So I should be doing this on the other side. So we can twist here, and then we can bind this. But if you want to do that, you want to start with your strap all the way around behind you. So all the way around behind you like this, so that you can get both hands on it. This is just for fun if you want to add the bind. So theoretically, our bind would wrap this hand around and this hand around here. But what we can do is take hold of the strap, and again, we can kind of work our hands together to get that tension on it. And you can bind while kind of tying yourself up at the same time. And this is a nice, intense stretch for your shoulder. Again, if you're working on building up that flexibility in your shoulder, this is a good way to do that with your half Lord of the Fishes. Let me show it to you one more time just to make sure you're clear and that I'm balanced. So here, here. No, it is this is the other side. Okay, so again, have the strap all the way around, and we'll see how this side does. This is my damaged shoulder. Seat belt, car wreck, you know, things happen. So I'm gonna have to help this one out a little bit. And then reach around with this one, and I'll use this hand. And I'm not gonna go too intense on this because I know this shoulder is not gonna be happy if I do. So this is a variation that you can take that does help stretch out. And I gotta admit, I do need to work on stretching this shoulder out. So I'll try to pull it a little bit more. And that's enough. Listen to your own body. Sometimes a teacher will tell you, keep holding it, but if you need to come out of it, come out of it. And if they get on you about it, tell them, Laura said that I could come out of it. Let's go on down to the floor. So we're gonna look at some other poses where sometimes we would reach up and hold our feet. This may not be so comfortable, so we can take our strap underneath the arches of our feet. Take our feet up. Now we want our knees at 90 degrees. This is like we're sitting in a chair that fell over backwards. And you can hold on here and begin to draw your feet down. You can actually take your feet a little wider if that feels better for your hips. But theoretically, we want to be at hip distance. And then just drawing our feet down toward our body. They won't get that close. Sometimes. Now let's release from that one. And we're actually going to do something very similar. We're going to start with a half dead bug, which take this around 1 foot. And again, holding it down. But we're going to hold the strap in one hand, very similar to when we were standing just a moment ago. We're going to hold the strap here. You can, of course, let it out further if you need to. See if you can get it closer. And then as we take it out to the side. And the one thing I like about this is you can have your elbow stand, stable, let your legs stretch, and then the strap is holding it there, allowing you to get the opening without straining on your hip. And then, of course, you can take this up and twist it if it goes over that far. Let's see what happens on the other side for me. I'm going to be able to go out as far here, but I can take you to that twist here. Same thing, stabilize, let your leg, and that way you can get the full benefit of the twist without straining. So there you have it. Poses that you can use a strap to enhance and make more accommodating for your body. If there's any pose that you can think of that I have not, and I'm sure there's got to be a couple of them, let me know in the comments if you think of those, and I will do another video sometime and include those. But make sure you take your strap with you every time you go to class. I do have a few people who show up with one, so that you can use this to enhance your experience of those yoga poses. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please ask your friends to check me out. Leave me that like, click that like button, and let me know in the comments whatever you want to let me know. All right, thank you.